Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela Geis. What I have behind me for you guys today is a custom order 5-horse reverse load with an 18-foot short wall. It is our typical Cimarron Outlaw conversion here, so I'm real excited to show this to you. Again, this was a custom order, so this one's not available for sale, but we'd like to show them to you, to show you guys what you can really do with these unique trailers. So before we get to this trailer, I just want to tell you a little bit about these Cimarron Outlaw conversions. So this trailer right here, what's really cool about this setup and this conversion company is that this trailer right here is the only trailer on the road today that is going to be covered from hitch to bumper for 3 full years. So you're not going to find anything like that out there. Your Cimarron warranties are going to be an 8-year structure warranty, a 3-year hitch to bumper warranty, and then with your Outlaw conversion, which is going to be your interior conversion on this trailer, the entire inside is covered for 3 years as well, which I just find really unique to Outlaw because they actually cover anything that they install for 3 full years. So let's say your microwave, your generator, something like that fails you, manufacturer warranty is going to be 1 year on one of those guys. Outlaw installed it, they're going to cover it for 3 full years. So they really stand behind their work. They're a high quality conversion company and just makes for a really high quality rig to roll down the road in. We're going to go ahead and get to some drawings first and check out what this trailer looks like on our spec sheets. So we're going to pull up our Cimarron drawing and take a look at the trailer as a full unit. So what we're looking at here, like I mentioned, the 18-foot short wall. It's going to give you 17 feet in that stall space for that 5 head of horses back there. And then you have that 6-foot rear tack. So your overall floor length on this one is going to be 41 feet. You have a 9-foot nose on this guy because of our enclosure on that front end up there, so it is longer than standard there. So we're looking at 50 feet nose to tail on this guy. Your width, again, is 8 feet on this one. And then your height is going to be 7'10" because of that integrated pod. End up with about 7'3" in that stall area back there. And then we're going to go ahead and go to our interior drawing. So we're going to be looking at that Outlaw conversion inside and that drawing up there. So up in the nose, we're going to have a standard queen size mattress. We are having a dual entrance up into that nose, that bedroom up there with your entertainment center and your fireplace in the center there. And that big hydraulic slide out, we're going to have one of those wraparound dinettes. Those are really cool, so I'm excited to show that to you guys inside. And then we have our kitchen to the left of that. I love that kitchen setup there. I think you end up with a lot bigger kitchen. It's pretty cool. And then your bathroom on this one, without having that pass-through door, you'll get a huge bathroom back there. And then on our passenger side here, we're going to have that fridge and then our 72-inch sofa sleeper with our water tank underneath. So let's go ahead and get back to the trailer itself. I'm really excited to run you through it here in person. So let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to start right here at this LQ door. This is one of my favorite doors that we have on our LQs. It's called the Challenger door. So it's really high quality. I love the hinges on this one. It's a full hinge right there. Their door handles are really nice, and it's on a gas shock. So you're just gonna have to open that door and it's gonna open itself the rest of the way. And then these screen doors that come on this Challenger door are really unique. They actually have this expanded aluminum extrusion piece under here with that screen. So you're seeing this piece right here, the aluminum, and then your screen here. And then of course you have your sliding glass right here to go ahead and close that up with. But I really like having that extra protection down there. If you are someone that travels with dogs like myself, I do have dogs, and I know the screen door on my living quarters did not hold up because my little dogs would sit there and scratch and chew and get through that screen door. So having this expanded piece of aluminum here is really nice just to protect that. We do have our fold down step getting up into here, just makes life a lot easier getting in and out. So let's go ahead and climb in and check out what our interior looks like in this guy. So let's go ahead and start right up here in our nose, and we'll just kind of work our way around, guys. So like I said, dual entrance up into your nose here. We have our entertainment center in the middle. Down low, we're looking at our electric fireplace right here. These guys are really nice because they do put off a lot more heat than you would really expect. So you combine that with your furnace. Your furnace isn't going to work nearly as hard. This works great in the mornings to kind of burn that cold air, that crisp air out of your living quarters, and it makes a huge difference. We have great feedback from our customers on those electric fireplaces. Outlaw does a fantastic job with storage. They're going to end up putting storage wherever they possibly can. They just know that people running these big trailers down the road are going to have lots of stuff going with them, and they really like to make the best use of their space as possible. This trailer is equipped with two 32-inch TVs. So you got your flat screen TV here. They are both 32 inches. Up above that, we're going to have our satellite receiver, our AM, FM radio with a CD player. Excuse me, guys. And then, again, even more storage. This is where we're going to have all of our outlets and our electrical features. And then getting up into the nose, where each side is going to have these 2 steps. And like I just mentioned about storage, Outlaw is sticking this storage wherever they possibly can. Lots of great amenities in this trailer, getting that storage wherever they can. And then up in that nose, you're going to have your standard queen size Outlaw Flex mattress. Again, we've had really great feedback on these mattresses. They're very comfortable. They're very high quality. It is their Outlaw Flex. And then up in that wardrobe up there, we're going to have multiple cabinets and cupboard spaces up there. You're going to have extra storage up above your windows as well. And both of these windows are equipped with day and nighttime blinds. So right now we have both of them slid down. This is your nighttime blind. You can slide up one and have your daytime blind as well. Or you can slide them all the way up and have your open window. Just nice to block out some of that extra light. If you are parked at a horse show, you know you're going to have some of those street lamps or some other customers parked next door with their living quarters. You don't know what lights they're going to have on. So just nice to have that extra blackout feature there to go ahead and just get a good night's sleep. And then your secondary TV is another 32-inch TV up here as well. So go ahead and make our way back into the living space of this living quarters. Like I mentioned earlier, in our hydraulic side room here, we have one of those wraparound dinette features. It's giving you even more seating space with one of these. So you're going to have more space to set other people. If you are having people come visit you at your trailer and eat with you, it just gives you more space here to work with. And you still get your drawer slide outs in your benches. So that's one of my favorite features of the dinette, our standard dinettes, is these drawers. You are still going to get them with your wraparound, which I think is great storage space, especially if you are using either the wraparound dinette or your sofa sleeper. If you are using it as that sleeping space, this is going to work really great to store those extra sheets, extra blankets, extra pillows for those secondary sleeping spaces. So this dinette here does slide down into a sleeping space. It's really easy. You're just going to loosen up both of these clamps right here. This table will drop down and set into this space right here and become level with your dinette to make for another sleeping space. So kind of dual purpose there. And again, this slide is the extra size, so it is a hydraulic slide because of the extra weight. It just ends up being a lot beefier and a lot more structurally sound. They're just going to last a lot longer, these hydraulic slides. And I really like the accent pieces that my customer chose on this one. I think it just all combined and rolled together and just made a really sharp looking interior in this one. Working our way back here, this is that kitchen setup I was mentioning earlier. You do get a bigger size kitchen right here. I think this setup works really well. You're still going to have your window behind your sink right here. And then you're going to have a kitchen sink with your cover on it. Really nice deep kitchen sink. I think that's a great size. You know, some of these can end up with a smaller one, but I think we got a great size in this interior. And then you have your cooktop right here. This is a recessed cooktop, so it has that cover on it, which is really great. It is still a large size space right here, so you're still going to get good enough size pots on those cooktops right there. But then with this feature, you're also going to get your extra counter space right here. So you can use this to set bags on if you're bringing in food with you. Just extra flat counter space is really important to me for storage. I really like that feature there. And then with our tile backsplash, we actually went ahead and rolled it all the way up to our overhead cabinets, which I think is just a nice, again, accent piece. It looks really sharp when you do carry it all the way up. Up here is going to be your microwave convection oven. So this one is both. It works both ways. It is oversized. It's really big, so you're getting lots of cooking space inside of there. And then all the way around it, you're seeing even more storage space. You can never have too much storage space when you're going down the road, especially with an 18-foot short wall. You know you're meant to spend some time on the road at these horse shows. We got some more cabinets down here, and then we have our 3 drawers right here. all of our manuals in there. And then our oversized drawer down there. Okay, working our way back into our bathroom. This one, excuse my cold, guys, I'm sorry. So this one, with being that reverse load, we ended up deleting the pass-through and giving us a lot bigger restroom, bathroom area back here. So we do have a lot of extra shelving up here, up above our toilet. And then we have more space in here. And this space actually goes deep down into our cabinets below. So you'll see that space carried through right here. So lots of storage space in there for all of your toiletries, your extra towels, anything that you'll be taking with you on the road. Lots of bathroom counter space. I think this is huge in this trailer. I love this extra space in the bathroom, especially if you are traveling with a couple. I know personally myself, being a girl, I have a lot of extra stuff in the bathroom, so this is really important. I know in a lot of our trailers that have the pass-through and maybe don't have as big a short wall, or really just using our counter space for the sink, that's going to eat up a lot of that space. So I really like that we've got the full counter space in this one and still got a very large size bathroom sink back here. And we have our 2 oversized mirrors here with that extra storage behind. So toothbrushes, toothpaste, hairbrushes, anything that can store back here, kind of get it out of sight, out of the way. It does have those lips on the shelves there, so it's going to stay put and not come flying back at you when you open that. And then we did do a walk-in closet in this one. So we do have a fully accessible walk-in double rod closet. It does have an auto light feature in there as well. So once you open that door, the lights will turn on. I think that is so nice. So much hanging space inside of here. And then you notice those extra cushions back in there for when you turn that dinette into a sleeping space. And then your movable table. It comes on that carpeted base. So you're going to screw your table into that carpeted base, and then you can actually slide it around anywhere without damaging your floors. So a couple nice features there. And then we have our sink or our shower here as well. So your removable head is actually taken off right now. This trailer is winterized, but here is our shower with our skylight above. It does have a hanging rod in there as well, so you can actually take your stuff in there with you and not have it on the floor. Kind of gets it up out of your way. And you do have a light in there as well. But I really like the removable shower heads. Just makes it a lot more easy when you are showering in these camper type setups. So as we work our way back in the living space, we're going to run down our passenger side right now. So starting right here, kind of in this little corner here, we've got a pantry. I really like those setups for, extra food storage is going to be great. You have those shelves. Those are adjustable shelves as well. So you can actually put those wherever you need them. If you do have some taller items or some shorter items, it's really nice, the versatility of being able to relocate those. With this one, we did do that extra large fridge. So we usually can do a 6.0 or an 8.0. We did an 8.0 in this trailer. So you have a little bit bigger of a freezer space here. A little bit bigger than our 6.0s. And then your fridge is going to be quite a bit bigger as well, accounting for all that extra food that you will be taking on the road with you. Just gives you more space to put it. And again, those shelves are adjustable as well. Right here, you're going to have your 72-inch sofa sleeper. So this sofa is going to slide down into another sleeping space. And then underneath the sofa, we actually have our fresh water tank. So we're going to have a 60-gallon water tank underneath this sofa. So that's where your water storage is going to be inside of this trailer. Another window here with our day and night blinds. Really like the light accents on this trailer. Some of them can kind of look, I don't know, they look, sometimes can look a little bit cheaper, but I think these ones ended up looking really nice and just really makes the trailer pull together and look like a great piece. Up above, we have extra cabinet space. So these cabinets are full length, front to back, and it does have that 2 shelves in there. So again, I really can't say it enough, guys. Outlaw does a fantastic job of using and utilizing all the space in this trailer for extra storage. Giving you guys plenty of space to work with here. I know that was a concern for my customer building this trailer, was getting as much storage as they possibly could, as they were losing a mid-tack on the trailer that they are replacing. So just getting as much storage as we could into here. And just so you guys know, if you are looking to build a trailer and you're looking at these colors right now, I wanted to let you guys know this is a naughty alder wood, and it is their dark brio color. So that's kind of what this option is if you're taking a look at their website online, this is what this turns out like in person. I think it looks fantastic. Again, that 18-foot short wall, you are getting 2 AC units in here. So we're gonna have one up above my head, one back there up above the kitchen. So those are 2 ducted AC units, and those are 15,000 BTUs. They do have a heat strip in them as well, but then you have your furnace, which is a 25,000 BTU furnace, and then you have your electric fireplace up here as well. So lots of great features in this one. This one is equipped, once we'll see it as we step out here, but it is equipped with an onboard generator. It is your own 7.0 gas generator. If you don't run the generator, you are looking at a 50 amp service with this trailer having those 2 AC units. So as we're stepping out, we got some hat racks up here, taking your cowboy hats on the road with you. We got storage up here so nothing gets stepped on accidentally. We have all of our light switches on this side. We have a thermostat control over here. And then as we step out on this side, this is going to be that own-in onboard generator I was talking about. You have your controls right here for that, your hydraulic slide room, and then your electric awning as well. So lots going on inside that 18-foot short wall. I think my customers really equipped that one out really nicely. I love how it turned out. Made great use of that space. And then like I said, you guys, that 60-gallon water tank is right underneath the sofa, so you're going to have your fresh water fill right here if you are filling that tank directly. Got a couple outlets right here, so exterior outlets on this guy. Have our courtesy lights down below. If you do run that awning out, you're going to have your LED light strip under there, and then you have your courtesy lights, so you do have some exterior lights out here as well. This is going to be exterior feed for your furnace and your fridge right there. We do have speakers out here underneath that awning. Now working our way back to the horse area back here, this one's really cool. I know I mentioned earlier, but that was a long time ago in this video. This is that 5-horse reverse load setup. That's kind of what we call it, is just reverse. So your typical slant load trailer is either going to load from the rear or load from the side right here, and it's just going to be your standard walk-on slant load. If we talk about a reverse load, that means we're loading right here. So standard side of the trailer, but now they're just facing backwards. So now we're looking at a reverse load where they're actually loading on the other side of the trailer and still facing backwards. So what that's kind of doing for your horses, I think, is really cool, because it's actually putting their heads on the curb side, which is great to have their head windows right here. Just think about, there's a lot less things that could blow up into their face when they've got cars whizzing past them, now that you got your horses' heads on the curb side. And then another benefit to that is now that if you have to brake really hard in traffic or something like that, you're actually throwing all the weight under the horse's hips, which is where their best stopping power is. So you're throwing all the way back there, making it more comfortable for them, making it more easy for them, and taking the load off their front end. So lots of benefits to that reverse load. So we'll check that out on the other side once we get to see where they load. So over here, we're actually checking out the head side of our horses. So we've got our mangers over here underneath their head. You guys are looking at all these manger doors are flung wide open right now. Check out all that storage space in there. We have got a lot going on in these mangers. It goes full length here, and then what you guys will see throughout this is that actually at 2 of these manger doors we have fully carpeted behind and bridal hooks above. So now those 2 manger doors there will work really well for an extra hanging space. If you run out of room in that full width rear tack, you've got that extra hanging space there where it will protect whatever you hang on there, and it does protect your trailer. The rest of it's going to be really great space for extra feed buckets, water buckets, pitchforks, tubs, grain bags. That setup works really well as a mobile feed room. So we've got 5 manger doors right here that we are working with. I've actually got one on our escape door as well, but we'll get to that in 1 second. We do have drop down windows to it. All of our head windows right here, we do have those to drop down. So I'll show you guys right here. We'll go ahead and close one of those mangers so you guys can see. This is just going to be standard like what you see on our normal slant loads. We do have that full drop down window right here. It will lock into place too, so you can drive down the road with these down and get your horses some airflow. Your jail bars do drop down as well, and I love these jail bars because they are full one piece. There are no moving parts on this jail bar, so really nothing that can go wrong. All you're going to do is lift up on your drop down window and pull those jail bars down to unlock them, and now you can get in there. You can fill water buckets, you can fill hay nuts, you can throw more food in the mangers, you can check on them, you can do whatever you got to do. kind of work that drop down window to get that back in there, and now you got your Jill's bars back up and you're ready to go down the road. What's really nice about these Cimarron drop down windows and all their manger doors and their escape doors, and every door, every working piece, every hinge on this trailer is going to have double greaser. So you're going to have a greaser on both sides, so you can continue to maintain this trailer and keep it functional and operational for you to work with. And then back here, this door right here is actually our escape door for that first horse. So kind of funny seeing it on this side, but this is that reverse setup. So you're having your escape door right here. This one does have a manger on it as well. So we have mangers at all of our stalls, all 5 of them. You do have your butterfly latch on here to go ahead and shut that back up. We do have a drop down window on this door as well. And we have a manger door on here. So you saw that manger in there. You'll actually have more storage space right here. So we are putting storage wherever we possibly can on these trailers. This trailer right here, you're gonna notice this sticker right here. This is telling us this is an air ride trailer. We have air ride axles under this trailer. So they are triple 8,000 pound Dexter Airflex axles. So your total GVWR on this one's gonna be 24,000 pounds with those 8,000 Dexter Airflex axles. I do have it aired up right now, you guys. I have that air ride turned on. You guys will see I don't have it hooked up to a truck right now. Everyone asks me, well, how do you work that air ride system? What do you have to do to my truck to get it equipped to work? I don't have to do anything to your truck. It's already on the trailer. It is a fully onboard self-contained system. So your air ride is turned on right now. You guys will see it's gonna lift up off your axles about 4 inches right there. Give you guys some good clearance with those axles. Really going to absorb the shock on this ride. It's going to travel and pull so nice down the road. Great thing about this system is if something ever does happen to your air ride and you lose your air ride, you will not be stranded. It does drop right back down onto the rubber torsion axles, and you can keep on going down the road and get it fixed at your next stop. So not a big deal. If something happens, it's really great peace of mind knowing you won't be stuck if you lose that air ride. These wheels are looking at full aluminum Alcoa wheels right here. I love the Alcoas. They look super sharp on these trailers. Really makes it stand out. These are 17.5 inch wheels. They're big Continentals, and they're those Alcoa wheels. Oh, they look really sharp. Let's go ahead and work our way back to this rear tack because we got a lot going on back here as well. We did do 2 50-50 doors on this rear tack, so we can open it wide open. We went with saddle pad racks on each of these doors. This full rear tack, all of it is carpeted. Keeps it nice and protected. Especially behind those saddle pads, you got carpet on your doors as well. Each of these doors is going to have a window on it, so you do have that airflow in this rear tack back here, right there by your saddle pads. If you throw them up there a little bit wet and you're driving back home, you can actually just pop those windows open a little bit, crack them open, and get that airflow off those saddle pads, get them dried out. And then each door is going to have your brush tray as well. My favorite brush trays, you guys, I tell you every time, they are really wide and really deep, and they've got 3 different compartments in it, so lots of storage in there for those quick grab, easy access items right here outside of your trailer. Your saddle pad racks do swing out. Those are on that gas shock as well. Super easy to replace if something happens to that gas shock. And then your saddles swing out as well. Again, on a little bit beefier of a gas shock, but they do swing out. These saddle racks are fully adjustable as well. So just take your wrench, loosen these bolts, and slide them up and down on this track wherever you want to. You don't need this many. You can get rid of one. If you want to add one, you can add another one. If you got cutting saddles with those taller horns and you need more space to work with here, we can go ahead and spread them out a little bit. These are super versatile trailers. This customer did go ahead and add a rear ramp to this rear tack. He is intending to be able to store some items in this rear tack that need to be wheeled up in here, whether it be a bike, a wheelbarrow, a show car, anything like that. It's just going to be a lot easier now having that added ramp. Fully carpeted partition wall, fully carpeted rear tack. You've got your bridle hooks on this wall, up top and bottom, high and low. Plenty of hanging space in here. Again, you do have that hanging space in the mangers as well, but you got even more in here. We've got our shore power cord right here, again 50 amp service with that guy. Over on this side, we added a shelf with a clothes bar underneath. So now we have even more hanging space if we run out of room in that walk-in closet in our bathroom. We've got extra hanging space back here for jackets and such. We've got a shelf up here with our 2-inch lip. It's got that rubber mat in the bottom, so it does help stuff stick in there. It doesn't slide back out. Really great feature there. And then up at our post, our rear post back here, we actually have another exterior outlet. So you have more space to plug things in back here as well. Did maybe plug in a little fridge up here or something, you could plug it in right there. And we've got OptiBrights up here as well. Really lots of LED lights up in here. You're going to be able to see exactly what you got going on. Over on this side, we have our fuel tank for our generator built in back there. That does fill on the outside. And we've got another shelf up here as well. Same with that 2-inch lips, got the rubber mat inside. So lots of shelving up high. We've got the clothes rod, we've got bridal hooks, we've got fully carpeted OptiBright LEDs. Lots going on back in here. Still plenty of floor space to work with. Now I'm going to go ahead and put our saddle racks back in and just stay put, guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut this door real quick. So what I've got on this door is I've got one of our easy angle ladders. So these things are really cool. They work really well. You're just going to pull a pin that you got back here to lift up your ladder. Slides right out of there, slides right down. Obviously you're going to want to close your door first, guys, but just showing you, it is an angled ladder, so it makes it a lot easier to get up there. You're not climbing straight up, which makes life a whole lot easier. So this right here is going to give you guys access to your Onan 7000 generator right there. Again, the gas generator. You have it in its own box right there, so it is protected from the elements. And then also our integrated hay pod is up there. So we can check that out when we get to that side profile of the trailer, but it is one of our integrated hay pods. It does have that extended deck back there as well. So lots of additional storage space up there if you are taking hay and feed on the road with you. If you just need more weather protected storage, that's what that is good for up there. And really easy access with our easy angle ladder. And then up high, while you guys are up there, we have those pedestal lights. So we are shining even more light down into this rear tack setup. Definitely going to be able to see everything that we got going on. Tons of visibility. And this trailer is equipped with reverse lights. We went ahead and did backup lights on this one as well. So working our way around to our load side back here, your generator fill is going to be right here. We went ahead and did a little bit oversized of a fuel tank on this one, so your fill is a little bit higher, but you guys can see still very easy to access that guy right there. Now this is our hip side, so this is going to be our butt drop down windows right here. These do give you even more airflow inside of these trailers, so you have your head side drop down windows, and we went ahead and did butt drop downs on this one as well, giving you more ventilation if you don't need it though. We have the sliding bus windows on there as well, so if you just need a little bit less ventilation, you do have that option. Up there we're going to have one of our 16-inch OptiBright LED lights, so you do have visibility over these tie rings right here. If you are working off of this trailer, tying up on this trailer, you're going to have visibility tons at that rear tack that we saw, but now you have some over here over your tie rings as well. And then up above that, you guys are seeing that integrated hay pod roof line right there. So you guys can see it's built in. It's not a standalone hay pod, it's an integrated, so it is built in. Makes for a sleeker looking roof line right there. Makes for better aerodynamics as well, and gives you even more storage space. Now what you guys are seeing right here is going to be our entry point for our horse area. So a little bit backwards, you guys are used to seeing this a long time ago in the video. We're just now getting to it because of that reverse load. So like I said, your horses are now loading on your driver's side here, and they are facing backwards. So I think that's, again, really cool setup for those reasons I mentioned. We'll go ahead and climb in here and check out our stall space. We did go ahead and do our black worm flooring in this trailer. So we have a permanent pour-in rubber flooring. It is non-permeable, it's non-porous, and it cannot be penetrated. So once your horse, you are going to want to run some shavings on here to absorb that urine. But then if you do get urine that soaks through those shavings, it is not going to get down to your aluminum floor on these Cimarrons. So like I said, your Cimarrons are a full aluminum construction. Your floor is all one piece of aluminum as well. Underneath, it's going to sit on 4-inch centers. So very, very high quality, strong, durable floor. Those 4-inch centers are actually made out of V-shaped trusses as well. So lots going on under there. You just know anywhere your horse steps on this floor, it is on one of those trusses, those V trusses every 4 inches. And that is that aluminum floor, so you don't have to worry about with this worm flooring, none of that urine is going to get down there and corrode your flooring. Really great floor, keeps it lasting a lot longer. Starting way up here, this is going to be our first horse right here. This is our first slant load. It is going to have your manger on it like we saw on that door. It's going to have your drop down window, and each stall has 2 tie rings. I love that about these Cimarrons, having those 2 tie rings, having that versatility, having the ability to tie a hay net on one side and then tie your horse on the other. I have always done that just to give them, to slow them down on their eating on the road, and then whatever does spill out of that hay net spills into the manger, so then they can clean it up as they go. Our front one is a stud wall, so you do have that full length stud divider right there. A lot of customers, if they're not going to haul that full 5 head, they'll use this one for more storage up there. Having that escape door on it gives you that accessibility right there. We do padded dividers in this one. I think padded dividers are a great upgrade for those of you that are going to spend a lot of time going up and down the road. This gives your horses more comfortability. They're already riding on that air ride suspension. Now they're riding on worm flooring, and now they have padded dividers, so they are going to be happy and ready to show as soon as they step off this trailer, no matter how far they've gone. We did do the airflow dividers on this guy. So we have our jail bar type dividers, however you guys would like to word that. Airflow is what we call them. We have them here on our dividers. We also have them on our head grills in between our mangers. So that's what we call that space, is our head grill. We can do those solid or jail bar, and we can do these solid or jail bar, or we can mix and match. So I think that's really cool to have that option and versatility to do whatever you need to do with this trailer. Back in this stall area, we are looking at lined and insulated package back here, so you're not seeing that standard Cimarron insulated roof. We've got it lined right here, but just know if you climb up on top, if you want me to send you guys some pictures, if you look at our other trailer videos, you're going to see that standard Cimarron roof. It is up top. It is still the full one-piece roof on these Cimarrons. It is still that same construction, durable, dent resistant to hail, and keeps these trailers cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. We're just seeing the lined package in this one. Opti-Bright LED lights over our hip side. And then because of that integrated hay pod, we don't really get as many roof vents because of your roof is essentially being covered until we get up front here. Once we get in front of that integrated hay pod, we can actually get 2 roof vents in there. So again, you got your insulated roof, you got your roof vents, you got your drop down windows on both sides, you got your airflow dividers. We're getting a ton of ventilation inside of this trailer. And then back here at our last divider, I think this one's really cool to show you guys what we do on these side loads. Instead of doing a telescoping divider, which has a few more moving parts, or instead of having one solid divider where it's just going to hit right here, you guys can see that is still plenty of room to be getting your horses in and out of this space. But if you have one that's a little bit funny, it's still learning the side load setup, if you're backing one out that just needs a little bit more help, this one actually is a breakover divider. So it's got these AR latches right here. You're just going to pop these out into their loose position, and it's actually going to allow your divider to fully break over and get out of the way. So now when you do have one that's just a little bit cautious, still learning the side load setup, you can fully get that divider out of the way and get them safely and comfortably out of this trailer until they really learn, and then you could probably keep it this way. But as you guys can see, just another nice feature there. And being your last stall right here, we do have our butt strap here as well. If you do have that one right here that likes to anticipate leaving as soon as you open that door, and you need to be able to get in there and untie them and get them out on your terms, it's nice to have that just as another safety feature. We do have one of those awning lights over our side ramp as well for loading and unloading. And then you guys can see we do have a head bumper here as well. So if you do get one that starts to leave with their head a little bit elevated, you have that extra protection. And this customer chose to upgrade and go ahead and carry this aluminum extrusion over all of their doors. Well, I think that turned out really sharp, just carrying that, making it all one line right there. I think it looks really nice. And then this is their side ramp right here. You guys can see exactly how easy they are to pick up. They're really light, really easy to use. And again, that aluminum extrusion is carried on the ramp as well. So now when you step back and look at it as a whole, it's just gonna look really nice. I want you guys to stand here for 1 second though, don't follow me. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn off that air ride. I want you guys to see and watch it sit down on those axles. So you guys can see exactly how quickly that works. I went ahead and drew some of that air out of it for you. You guys can watch it. It sets back down on the axles. That's about how quickly it airs up too. My customer was asking again way back in the beginning what the height of this trailer is with that air ride turned on. So when that is aired up, you guys saw how far it was off those axles. Now it's climbing back down onto those axles. When it's aired up from the ground all the way to the top of that generator box, because that generator does sit a little bit higher than your integrated hay pod, it does measure 12 feet and 4 inches. I've never forgotten that number. I'm always going to remember that now. Whenever someone asks me how tall these guys get with that extra air ride on there, it's 12 feet and 4 inches to the top. Something I always keep in mind now, especially if you are someone that rodeos and stuff, maybe not just horse show, but you are getting back into back roads and stuff. You got those lower bridges. Watch those signs because you are 12.4 with this trailer aired up. So now air's out of it. We're back down on those rubber torsion axles. You can still roll this trailer down the road. We've got our city water connection right here. So we saw our fresh tank fill on the other side. If we're hooked up at a full hookup, your city water is going to connect right there. This is the other side of that big hydraulic slide. And then right here, you're going to have your shore power cord plug in for that 50 amp service. We saw that cord in that rear tack. Now up here, this light right here, you're not going to see this on other trailers unless it's a triple axle air ride. This light right here is an indicator light for your air dump. So what's really cool on these triple axles, you guys know if you have a triple axle setup, when you go to make those tight turns, those axles are going to tweak and torque and bend all sorts of funny ways having that many tires. So what we do on these air ride triple axles is we actually we add an air dump on one of those axles and actually pick up that tire. It doesn't come all the way off the ground, but it takes the air out of it and takes the weight off of it. So actually now when you hit that button, you're going to turn this light on. This light is going to indicate that the air dump is activated. You have one of those axles that doesn't have air to it. It is lifted up, the weight is off of it, and now you can go ahead and turn like you were a tandem axle trailer. So now you can make those sharper turns without wrecking your axles. Gives you that flexibility, gives you the ability to do that, especially at these horse shows. You're trying to back into some spots, you're making those tight turns on those pavements, it gets hot out, you're tweaking those axles. Now just go ahead and hit that. You're going to have a little key fob that comes with this trailer. Go ahead and push that button, your indicator light will turn on, and then you are ready to go ahead and turn this around in a U-turn. Just make sure, we always tell everyone, make sure once you are done turning and you're ready to go down the road, hit that button, get this indicator light to shut off. You never want to see this when you're rolling down the road. Put air back to that axle, get it back on the ground. One thing that customers need to keep in mind is if this light does turn on, if you do have the air off that axle and you're rolling down the road, if you hit your brakes, you're going to go ahead and flatten that tire a little bit. You're going to add a flat spot to that tire because it's just going to drag down the road. So make sure, that's most important. That's why we have an indicator light right here for you guys on these triple axles with that air dump setup. So it's a really cool feature. You just got to make sure to keep an eye on that. Keep that key fob separate. Make sure you don't accidentally hit that button. I have my 7-pin plugged in right now because I wanted to show you guys all those clearance lights and everything, but just know it does run off battery as well. I just wanted you to see the marker lights. Your 7-pin does stow away right here. It has its own spot. I think that's really nice for storage. Just keep it out and keep that plug pointing down. Right inside of here, we have our own box for our 2 30-pound propane tanks. They have their own storage box right here. Underneath our propane tanks, we did do the expanded aluminum under there, but anywhere else on this enclosed front end, it is going to have a full aluminum floor to it. Just under there, we went with the expanded aluminum under our propane tanks. And then this one here has our batteries in it. So you got extra batteries there for your house, extra batteries there for your air ride. And then your air ride box is going to be right over here. So it is fully on board. It's got its own air compressor. It's really easy to use. All you're going to do is turn it on and turn it to raise. When you're done with it, turn it to lower, turn it off. And then really important, guys, is this air ride right here, or this dump valve. Just make sure when you are done and you're going to set at a horse show for a week or a weekend, you just make sure to take all the air out of that line. So all you're going to do is just pull on that. You guys heard a little bit of air came out, not a lot. It's really easy. Just make sure you dump that. That is important because if you do keep air in those lines, it's going to cause condensation, which means then you're going to have liquid in those lines, and we don't want that to happen. So just make sure you do drain that. We do have our battery controls over here. I know we got a lot going on under this nose, you guys, but we have our disconnect switches right here. This one does have an inverter on it as well, but those are going to be your battery switches. If you are, I mean, you always want to keep these guys plugged in if you can, but if not, just make sure you turn off those battery switches so we don't accidentally drain our battery if we leave something on. This one here is electric over hydraulic brakes. So we have our hydraulic pump system right here. Up above that, we have our matching spare tire, same Alcoa wheel. It's just flipped around and mounted up here. And we'll have our hydraulic fluid fill over here. And then we have the dual electric jacks on this guy. You guys saw there was a little back with our shore power cord. There was a little handle. That handle is supposed to store right here, so we'll make sure to get that moved. But that little crank handle right there is for these electric jacks. If something were to happen and you didn't have power, you can actually set that handle in there and crank these jacks up and down. So there is that fail-safe right there. This one here has a roll-up door enclosure, just at a bad angle here. I'm crouched down to get it done. But these are really nice to go ahead and just close that all up, prevent that road spray from getting in there, gravel if you live on a dirt road, salt spray here in Colorado right now on our roads. This is a really good protectant for all of those important features under there. And this works really nice because it is that roll-up door. It is flush here. You'll see some other trailer manufacturers do the enclosed nose, but they do doors that either flip up or open sideways. Then that door is just coming into your space, coming into your truck space. If you have your truck hooked up, this is just so much more accessible to be able to just slide it up and down. Now you can still get in here and you're not worried about any door getting in your way. So kind of had a lot going on with this trailer, from the LQ to the horse area, the different setup there, everything that we got going on the roof. This enclosed nose under here as well. Hopefully I covered it all for you guys and answered all of your questions. I was real excited to show this one to you. Wanted to make sure I did a good job of getting it done. But if you guys want to see this trailer and these spec sheets, I can share this information with you. Again, this one was a custom order. It is sold. It's not available. But we can build something real similar. You're just going to want to reference this stock number right here. It's 5N230159. And what was really cool about what happened with this customer was he was able to pick a trailer that we had on order and kind of utilize that spot in our schedule, but tweak the build to his needs. So he was able to have some freedom and kind of run with it and finish it out however he wanted to, and get one a little bit faster than if he full custom ordered from the very beginning. So keep that in mind, guys. If you are looking, we might have something on order that's close, so you can do what he did, make it your very own and get one a little bit quicker. But there's that stock number. If you guys need any help at all, I would love to help you guys build one of these. Again, my name is Michaela, guys. All my contact info will be on your screen. Call or text that cell phone 303-918-6367. Send me an email, michaela.geist@transwest.com. I look forward to helping you guys out and building the trailer of your dreams. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.